is put ourselves in a place where we hear, and as far as they are concerned, because of who we are and how we react to things, we have become predictable. I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate that they label us in a fashion that they believe that we need DEI, we need special treatment, and we make so much excuses, and we just don't. We have to put everything in its box and grade everything. Well, okay, so let's grade. Not everybody needs, and there are some people who don't need. But for the most part, you can have a need, in my opinion, but not be labeled as needy. I'm going to say it again. You can have a need, but not be labeled as needy. And I think there are those out there now who have labeled us as being needy. And I'm challenging some of my friends, some of my brothers and sisters, to let them know that, no, I may need, but you're not going to categorize me as needy. So you're fashioning so many things, and in my opinion, downgrading my worth because you say I'm needy. Personally, I think it's a plan of the enemy. Because there are some great people who are supposed to be our examples. And I think they're fake because they're in an elite position themselves, but tells me that to be elite is a problem. So wait a minute. But because I'm in the needy category, I can see the truth or the fact in what they're saying to me. So they're living an elite, wealthy, to-do lifestyle. But they look at me and they go, don't live an elite, wealthy, to-do lifestyle because it means this. And because we are in the needy category, for some reason, the truth evades us. And we don't call out those who are saying this to and go, wait a minute, okay. Let's just be fair. Let me ask you a question. You're in it. You're the elite. You live a lifestyle. And you're saying the same thing to me. But is it that you don't think that I am smart enough to listen to what you're saying and say to myself, self, this don't make any sense. So, again, I get myself in trouble. But I'm saying to my brothers and my sisters, I had a group of young adults here last night. And truth be told, they were all Americans. Born, when I say Americans, sorry, let me clarify. They were born in the United States. Okay. My own daughter was amongst them. My niece, my nephews, their boyfriend, their spouses to be. And we had a conversation about our history. And unfortunately, in my meager knowledge, I kind of knew a little bit more than they did. It is not a process of condemnation on who they are, what they know. If anything, in my opinion, it is just evidence of where we are and what we choose to do, because these are some smart people. Yes, they are. So I had to explain to them, why am I the way I am? And sometimes I believe it's actually more fortunate for those of us who are not from the United States, who come here and experience all that we're experiencing, because I believe sometimes those of us foreigners tend to ask more questions. So I can only tell you from where I'm coming from, being born in England, raised in Jamaica, West Indies, coming to this great country, I chose on seeing what was happening here. And not to say there's not prejudice, white on black violence in the West Indies. Yes. I'm just coming down my street. I never experienced that. And all my life, we're around whites, Chinese. We call some coolie. You name it, we're around them. We just never, my surrounding was never, listen, I can't say that I experienced that. So on coming here to the United States, okay, instead of making rash judgment, instead of just following, I decided to look up at some of the history of this country. Now, mind you, everything I'm saying to you right now, this is one of the greatest countries in the world. You can disagree. I don't think you have to be disagreeable. And I understand that the great American experiment, as it was known to be, that it is fading drastically. I understand that. But I'm going to believe that it's still here. So I hope and trust that if you don't want to hear this, don't listen to my program, switch it to something else. But I'm just giving you, in a free democratic society, I'm just saying and being me. My pastor say, grade your own paper. I'm grading my own. So that being said, so I decided to do some historical search, because I wanted to know, why were Americans so hurt? It shouldn't just be because of the movie with Kunta Kinte. What was it? You know what it was. A movie shouldn't be the guise of what changes us. our history. So I checked history and I looked back, and for me, I found out that there was a certain group of people in this country that decided that America was going to be ran in a certain fashion. And to make a long story short, out of that came slavery, and it became rampant in America. And from what I found out, that there was a specific party and thought process, and it was called the Democratic Party, under people by the name of Jim Crow and so many others. Now, there are some historians out there, and yes, you can fact check me. It's okay. Right? And I love fact checking because I am open to different thoughts and opinions. Right? But I also have my own. So when I looked into that, I said, okay, it was a Democratic Party. And I further researched what was their intent. Because again, to me, it's not as much as who is doing it. Okay. For me, it's more what is the intent, the end result. And from my research, I found out different things that were the intent. One, okay, to destroy the identity of the African American, to destroy the ability to carry on our name, our culture, and they did that in certain ways by putting certain laws in, and for the most part, they really built it on a platform of humiliation, in my perspective, and they tried to humiliate us in so many ways. The black people, especially those in the United States of America. Okay. But as we can tell, that didn't quite work because of the resolve of certain folks. And there are certain folks that actually took advantage, in my opinion, of the time that they were living in. And again, that's another topic down the road, because I've got some opinions on that too, right? And I'm gonna get in trouble for that too. But in any case, so as I said to myself, okay, well, what was the intent? The intent was to keep us at a level of uneducated, okay, unlearned, which is probably the same thing, okay, deprived, depressed, unmotivated, and to give us a mentality, in my perspective, to give us, in my research, a mentality, okay, of servanthood. And the mentality of servanthood said, whatever you say, master, is what I will do. Whatever you give me is what I am worth. All right. So, So, folks, I'm pausing here for a second because I don't know how many people are going to listen to my rant here today on this Labor Day. But I do ask that if you do listen, that you will subscribe, click the like button, make a comment. Because maybe there's somebody that you want to hear this guy's opinion. So, this is my voice in the wilderness to Minister Francis. So, where was I? I was talking about what I, being born in England, raised in Jamaica, through Jamaican parents who, for the most part, maybe they wanted the American dream, but for whatever reason, they decided to come here. And my mother worked for someone. So one would say, okay, so your parent went into slavery. Maybe you're right. At the end of the day, we do what we need to do, right? So she did in-house work, and many West Indians know what I'm talking about. Worked and got sponsored, right? All right, you Jamaicans out there know what it is to be sponsored? Give me a thumbs up. Say, yeah, man, right? And when she got sponsored, she then had the ability to bring up her children. Many of us that came to this country, that's how we got here. So I consider it one of the greatest countries, the greatest country in the world. And my mom and my dad, they took advantage of what this country had to offer. So, that being said, you think I got off topic? No. That was just a little bit about me. So, back to where I was before. So, I did, like I said, some investigation, looked at the history of what happened, okay, found out that it was a democratic thought process, otherwise known as a liberal thought process, all right, and that the intent was, as I said before, okay, keep us with our hand out, okay, in a fashion that we needed their help for everything, letting us believe and understand that the power that they held over us was through their education. All right. And when I say education, what I mean by what they knew. So, self said I said to myself, wait a minute. So I need to watch out. That's what I said to myself. Because I understand now. So I need to watch out for those who are on that side of the fence, liberal or Democrat. But for the most part, those who want me to believe that I need them. Now, again, nothing wrong with going to college. I wish I had went. But this is my simple mind. It's a simple mind. Okay, making some simple calculations. That's it. So I said to myself, wait a minute. If the intent is to keep me subdued, the intent is to keep me not in need, but needy, then I need to watch out for those who do that to me. I wonder if anyone see where I'm going here. Just saying. That's what I said I had to look out for. those who wanted me to believe that for the rest of my life, I should live in a world of depression. I should be needy. I should rely on them to tell me when, where, how, and why. I should stay in a place of depression. So I said to myself, I got to watch out for folks, especially on the other side. And I've gotten to a point where I don't care if you're black or white, because the enemy has turned our own into our own oppressors, my opinion. Okay? So I have to be wary of those who try to do these same things that I look back in history that they try to do. So as I sat here with my young folks, as I said before, I found it interesting that there were some basic historical facts and knowledge that they just weren't privy to, didn't think about. And I'm not saying to you that they're wrong. I'm not telling them they're wrong, because we had a great conversation back and forth. And all I did was I just presented, and they were willing to listen. Now, hear me now. As I close for tonight, we're in a society now that instead of listening, they call you names. You know, in the realm of the law and lawyers and judges, they have a phrase that when the lawyer goes before the judge, he makes an argument, which means it comes with facts and goes back on precedents, as they say. So I believe that we're in a society where there are those who don't want to make an argument. They don't want to talk about it. They'd rather call you a name, and I can give you some names. Uncle Tom, Sellout. You know them. And I find that very interesting, because when you revert to that, for me, it lets me know that there's a couple of things that are happening here. One, you don't know. Two, you don't want to know. Three, you're brainwashed. Four, you just don't care. Sat down here with four smart people. We had a wonderful conversation. All I did was pose some questions. Okay? They thought about it. It did not rush to judgment. And it was amazing that when it is put to us in a fashion of logic, that awesome, magnificent thing happens to us. And as I close tonight, I leave you with what that is. And let me tell you, you know what it is? It's when you get to a point that you're having a conversation, not wanting to be right or wrong, but just making an argument. The most amazing thing is when you hear that phrase and you see that emotional gesture. Watch me now. This is what it is. It's this. Oh. 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 It is a gesture and sound of thought. I encourage you to seek for an opportunity to experience the gesture and sound of thought. And what is it? Again, we'll do one more time for you. Here it is. Oh. See that? So, to all my friends on tonight, I wish you a great, great, and awesome evening as I close. Again, those of you who follow me on YouTube, I'm trying to build my channel. So please subscribe. I hope YouTube doesn't take this one down because they have stopped some of my broadcast because of the copyright issues. And as you can see, scrolling on the bottom here, I do not own any of the copyrights of the songs that you hear in the background. It is solely for entertainment purposes. And so I pray that they will allow me to stay up. Okay. As I close, I want to thank you all for listening. Okay. Thank you so much for listening on tonight. All right. Fine. And I am going to close this out. Again, my name is Mr. Paul Francis. And this is my voice in the wilderness. Okay. The opinions that I share with you are my own. It is not meant to cause any problems or issues for anyone. I pray and trust it would just cause you to make that same gesture that I spoke about. Okay? I hope it causes you to do that. I hope it causes you to do that. All right? Thank you. Mr. David Christoph sent me a friend request. I appreciate you. Okay? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So, again, we're gonna close. All right, we're gonna close. I'm looking for something here, something specific, if you don't mind. Something specific, but I can't find it. I can't find it, and I was hoping that I could play it in my background. Okay. All right, so maybe we can do this. How about we do this? How about if we take it down a notch? All right, there. All right, my friends. Thank you again. Thank you again. And I pray that you will have a good night on tonight. Right? Good night, good night, good night. Right? Can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. So we're going to leave it alone. So thank you. Thank you for joining me on tonight. And again, like I said, if you are on Facebook, I hope that you will, send me like the page, okay? Give me a thumbs up, and most of all, I ask that you will subscribe. Okay, subscribe. I would love you to. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I close tonight, and I thank you again. Thank you again. So, YouTube, okay, please subscribe. If you think I'm making an argument, if you think I'm making an argument, okay, subscribe. Give me your own thoughts. And, hey, like-minded people think alike. And fair-minded people, okay, discuss, make arguments, okay, form discoveries. So, whichever way, okay, you see yourself, all right, drop me a line, all right, let me know who you are, and I'll be happy to bring you on my program. Let's talk, okay, if you're willing to talk. Make an argument. Don't argue, make an argument. I will, in my next video, continue where I left off. This is my voice in the wilderness. Okay? It's just mine. All right? Hey, got yours? I got mine. Okay. Yes, I am evolving. And I think our spiritual journey needs evolving. A great pastor once said, what's darkness? Darkness is just the absence of light. And we call ourselves children of Christ. According to the word of God, we are the light. So, here I am. Here I am. My voice in the wilderness too. Hashtag my truth. Love you all. Appreciate you all. To my lovely wife, Yvonne Facey Francis. Love you. Okay. My dad, Bishop Francis in the island of Jamaica. Appreciate you. Love you, Dad. My mom, God rest her soul, has gone on before. My lovely sister, Debbie. My brother, Patrick, away in England. My children, Tiffany, Paul Jr., Terrell, the new addition to our clan, Levi. To my beautiful, my Brittany. Love you, Britt. To all my family and friends, aunts, uncles, cousins. To the Sister Joy Francis Community Education Foundation. And those who are on the different boards. The board in Jamaica. The board right here in the United States of America. I thank you. I applaud you for your input, both verbally idea and financially. Thank you. We're doing a mighty work there in the island of Jamaica. We have a house where we run our programs through, and it's in the island, actually the parish of Clarendon. The community is called the Alexandria District. And that's Alexandria, Clarendon, Jamaica. We have a house cross pass that we use, and this house is being prepared as we speak for the programs. It has already been used towards the programs. A few months ago, an organization went and used the building to administer medication, medical advice to the people of the community and beyond. And they did that, and it was truly wonderful that they were able to do that. In the meantime, it will be used for other programs that we plan to do there in the island of Jamaica. Specifically, 3 days a week, we're going to have volunteers that will help the local community and beyond, the children, with their homework. They will have, Lord's willing, internet access to complete their homework. And they may need help in other academic areas. We want to provide that. We also want to provide, through a volunteer, twice a month. Okay, we want to do a free basic computer class for seniors in the community. All right, we want to also do that because the reality is you can't just walk into a bank anymore. Everything is through social media and internet. So we want to help some folks up there to get acclimated to the new processes now. All right. In addition to that, on the days when it is not open for the free services, there will be paid services. Specifically in the country where we are, all right, to do any type of printing and copying, you have to travel at least 3 to 4 hours, maybe more, to get to the next town that has the equipment to do printing and copying. So what we're going to provide for the children who need it in the community and surrounding community, but also to the community, we'll have give the opportunity and ability for the community to come to the facility and do their printing and their copying on site for a cost, of course. Okay, remember, they don't have to travel 4 to 5 hours now. They can come to this facility and do printing and the copying. Now, the funds from that venture goes towards continuing the programs, right? Paying the necessary cost of running the program and that facility. So it is a great work. We're excited because it's moving. We have to secure the building first. So all the doors have been, have burglar bars, have bars on them already. We have 9 windows and 4 out of the 9 already done. They're in the process of doing the other 5. So we put flooring down already. We have done some work on the inside of the house. And a lot of those things you can see by going to the Sister Joy Francis Foundation Facebook page, as well as on my page. You will find some information. Okay, and we'll be putting out some more information about what we're doing down there in Jamaica. So, of course, I want to thank everyone that has been involved in this great project. In addition to that, we've had folks right here in the United States and in England that have donated the printers, the copiers, okay, laptops, okay, for Jamaica. So we're just waiting for our grand opening and the building to be 100% secured. We're going to send this stuff down and get your passports ready, okay? We plan to have the grand opening at the end of August 2025. We will keep you posted. Okay, so that's what's happening. For those of you who want to continue to support this great foundation, your challenge to the Lord is speaking to you, and you just want to do something great. Scroll at the bottom is the way that you can do that. You can send your donation. You can Zelle it to the sister Joy Ed at Gmail. You see it? There it is. Sister Joy edu at gmail.com. Okay. $1 American is 150 Jamaica. So please, $5, $10, $20. You can see we're being transparent. The work is being done. Lives are being changed. And you are the reason. Thank you. Be blessed. Till we see each other again. Good night.